Hiker Jay here. This week I'm going to be talking about aftermarket caps for your Hydroflask. If you're somebody like me and you want something that's more of a water bottle style, they call it a chug style or a pour style water cap, Hydroflask really doesn't make a good one that I found that I like. Now, like this one is my 20 ounce, my old faithful Hydroflask. This is pretty beat up. I've had it for a couple years, and it comes with the coffee lid, but it's such a small little drinking spout. It's not really great for water or chugging water, which is what I mainly drink out of my caps. Now, they also do have the straw, but again, you got to suck through it. You can't get a good chug of water. So what I've done is I've found my two favorite aftermarket bottle top style, and they're really affordable, and I'm going to share them with you. And then as a bonus, I'm going to share with you this filter one that I found that I really like, because sometimes you're in an area where you're on vacation or somewhere where you're not really sure about the tap water. This will clean all out the chemicals and all the different things out of it. So that I like this as an option. So I'm going to share this at the end too. So as I get into sharing my thoughts on these two, the links to these are down below in the description to my Amazon affiliate, so you can check them out at any time. Now, breaking these down, I'm going to kind of talk about 4 different areas. The actual cap spout, how that works itself, how they seal on the water bottle, how you clean them, how easy they are to clean, because I find that that's pretty important, and lastly, the handles and how I think they function. The first one I'm going to talk about is the Takia model, or Takia model. I've had this for a couple months now, and it's been holding up pretty well, so I think it's time to share it with you. It has this nice ring around it that's rubber for grip when you're putting it on and off, and that's pretty handy, but they do come in different colors too if you're all into matching and such. But let's start with the actual spout. This spout is made with the threads on the inside, which is what I really like, because if on the outside you don't get as good a seal sometimes, and you dribble and you spill and whatever, but having on inside is really great. But it is a cleaning function. You do have to clean those threads on the inside, but it's probably the best style, I think, for sealing. And then when it comes to sealing, you have an O-ring, a white O-ring in here. Can be kind of hard to clean, but if you have a small little brush, no problem there. And now to the actual wide mouth bottle, it has another rubber seal on the inside. Something to mention about this cap is that it's a single wall. It's not an insulated style. Not a big deal for me, because it's water and ice, and usually drink it before the actual ice is gone. So, but if you're thinking about something that you want to keep cold or warm for like all day long, I'd probably go with the Simple Modern, which we'll get into in a minute. Now, let's seal this on, and I'll show you how well this seals. I have this water bottle filled with halfway with water. So now we've got it twisted on in the cap. Shake it around a bit. But I have found this thing doesn't leak at all. I get nothing from it. Like, it can sit in the car on its side. I can toss it in the seat next to me, but this one just does not leak at all. I think the seals are really great on it. And now, of course, we can open it up, and you can see that it's wet on the inside. I don't know if you can see that where the grooves are, but not on the outside, which is pretty nice. Now, last thing on this one is the handle. At first, I didn't like the handle. I thought it was kind of big, round, weird, but I absolutely love it. I love that it goes flat and flush against the bottle. That's kind of handy at times, but also when you're walking, sometimes you just want to be able to grab it and have it down there and not have it tipping that way with the Simple Modern. So like, I do like this handle. It's a little bit more flexible and flimsy. Now, like I said, I've had this for about 2 or 3 months now. It hasn't broke, but possibly it could. It's just plastic there at the hinge, but I haven't had any problem with it. Like, if you're hanging your bottle from a carabiner or in a backpack, it might wear out after time, but just carrying it and holding it, I found it's pretty great, and I love how it absolutely just goes flush with the water bottle like that too. That's pretty cool. All right, let's talk about the second one. This is a Simple Modern chug lid that they have, and this one is insulated. It's double walled on the top, which is pretty sweet. This one I've used for probably about 1.5 years now. This was my original go-to when I got the water bottle, because I just didn't like the coffee lid and the small hole that it had. So Simple Modern, they've been making this one for a long time, and it's really held up. Put it through the dishwasher, all those types of things. So let's talk about the actual chug spout as it is by itself. Again, what's really nice is the threads are on the inside, not on the outside. It has this extra lip right here, which is kind of cool, because your lip kind of sits in there, and so it really does, you don't get any dribble from it at all. Well designed on that shape of that actual spout. I really like it as a water bottle style spout. Now, this one is the same. Has a rubber seal on the inside of the cap, so you're going to want to clean that really well. And then it's kind of hard to see, but because this is insulated, so this is designed a lot more like a high-end water bottle cap, where it's really thick on the inside for insulation, and then your water bottle slides up this channel. So you're going to need like a little brush that you want to to clean out around those edges if you're going to be using something that other than water, like a sports drink or whatever. But again, it has a seal in there, and I've been able to keep that clean no problem. So just like the Takia, it's got a seal on the cap and actually around where it connects with the bottle. So let's connect this to the bottle, and I'll show you how this one seals. So again, about half full water bottle here, shake it around, nothing's coming out, nothing at all. Open up the lid, and just like the other one, it's dry on the outside, a little wet on the inside, which I love, because when you're drinking from it, you're not actually getting all that around your lips and dribbling down. So one thing's really nice is you can see the cap really hides away into the handle. This handle may seem a little extreme, but I'm going to talk about that in a minute. I've come to absolutely love it, but I like how it actually seals back there, and when you're drinking, it doesn't fall back on you at all. Now cleaning this one has been really easy. Like I said, I'll brush out the little O-ring seals on the inside and the cap part, and they stay perfectly clean. All right, let's talk about this handle, because it does seem really big. Of course, it's made so that it will seal in the cap itself and hold it there, which I think is a great function. But at first I was like, this is way too big, way like obnoxious. But honestly, after like a day or two of using it, I never really thought about it being too big. I kind of like how stable it is, and when you're holding it, your water bottle's not shaking around or going anywhere. But if you're like one that really wants more of a streamline, I'd probably go with the Takia style, because it will go down. But this bad boy is not going to break. I've dropped it straight down, and it's held up just great. And like I said, I've had this cap for over a year for sure, and it's held up awesome. Now, I've tried a lot of different style of lids for Hydroflask, and I found that these two are really great options, and they're really affordable. Like I said, the links are down below in the description. Now, if you travel or you go to different places, visit family, and you don't like the water where you're going, I love this as an option. Now, it's not a spout style because it's got to be sucked through the filter, but this is a great option. This is Aqua Mira, and they're quite awesome about how they make their filters and cap. This cap is designed to fit right onto a Hydroflask and thread on, but they also have their own bottle as well. What I like about Aqua Mira is that they have different filters for different situations. This is strictly the tap water one, the blue. They've got a green for wilderness and then a red for like extreme wilderness. But you can get this blue one, and it's like a charcoal style one, but it's going to wipe out things like that, like chlorine taste or like well water. So it just seats right into the bottom. It has an O-ring, seats right into the bottom, and you can replace these, but they last for many, many uses. And then on the top here, like I said, it is not a spout style. You have to actually like use force to suck it through to pull it through the membrane. But if you're traveling and you want to keep using your water bottle, this is a great option just to have in your pack and switch out. Now, it has a rubber seal for your lips where it goes, and sealed here, closes up. Let's put it on here. And as you can see, it seals right up, shut. Doesn't leak around. I like again how the cap goes back into the same kind of style as the handle. Like I said too, it's not going to really pour out. You have to suck it through, kind of kick it back and drink through it that way. But I love having a filter option when it comes to being on the road. And again, the handle is really good. It's not super big, so like my fingers can just make it through. So pretty much anybody could. You could put a carabiner through it. I just wanted to share this with you because the Aqua Mira water filter is such a great thing. So many people like to purify their water with like some type of jug in their fridge or whatever, but here you don't have to. You can just use this one and purify your water. I have some honorable mention options for you if you really don't like these styles for your Hydroflask. For a chug lid, I have a couple options that I think are really good, and that is the Camelback chug and the Yeti, which is the mag lid. Okay, so I won't go into big detail. I've got a review on this one. You can check it out here up on the right. But the chug is really great. Insulated again, opens up, and the lid stays right there, and it's magneted. So this one's a really good one. If you're really not sold on the Hydroflask style, you can check out the Camelback style. I think that these two hold ice for about the same amount of time. Then of course there's the more expensive option of the Yeti. This does hold ice longer than these two. This thing is thick walled, more expensive, and I know that's not the best for everybody, but I love this water bottle cap. It magnets on the side, which is pretty cool. And I have a review out for this cap too. You can check that out here up on the right. So hopefully you found this video useful and you grab one of these. I absolutely love the simple modern, but I've come to start using the Takia more just because the handle's just different and flat. So either one you can't go wrong with. Check them out, they're really affordable. Till next time, just remember, life's a hike, so hike happy, and take a Hydroflask with you with the right cap.